Sawadee Cup and welcome to a very chill episode here for the Funky Pod and the Catpisode. Catpisode number 3, I think. And yeah, so where I set up my if you're watching on YouTube, where I set up my outside studio on the balcony with like plants and everything. Like, hey, I'm in Thailand. Look at me. Right now, there's a construction work right in front, like not in front, but in my little street. We call it Soi here in Thailand, and it's just so noisy. It's not even right where I am, but it's just so noisy. So I had to move into my living room basically, and you can see I just moved into this place. Like, if you're watching again, like I didn't even have the chance to put up the pictures and everything just yet. So it's like provisorial. Is that an English word? I hope so. Kind of thing right now. But yeah, let's make it work. I'm also, if you're watching, and if you're not watching, then I just say like I'm looking a little bit to the left of the camera right now, and it's just because I wanted to gloat about how I set up how I made my balcony cat safe and set up the cat net, and now I just saw that like one of the hooks that I used to set up the cat net in the balcony just came down. So maybe I have to wait with the gloating for the next cat episode. Anyways, I talked about it last time, and while I'm looking, I think all the other hooks are good though. Must just be that one, and the other one just disappeared. Okay, 2 hooks came down. So I tried to make the balcony cat safe actually just yesterday because I was contemplating quite a bit. I was contemplating how to do it because I don't want to drill because I just moved in here. I don't want to like ask the landlord, hey landlord, can I just drill stuff in your balcony? Because usually they're not that cat friendly here. Already changed because the landlord is just like, oh, cats are so noisy and dirty and you have poop everywhere, and I'm like, huh? And now that he knows my cats, and yesterday I actually met him, he goes like on a walk every night, every late evening around the area and just walking around like exercising basically, and I take the cats down, and right now I take the cats down to walk around like 9ish just to make sure there's not that much traffic, or no, the dog owners are gone already because it's a new area, so they're not sure like where to hide yet in case there's a dog or something. So I just wait a little bit longer than usual and just take them down, and then a bit later just so they get to know the area. And so then I met him while I was walking the cats, and then we just talked for like 10 minutes, and the cats were just sitting right next to me like on the sidewalk basically, and just looking at him and listening, and he's like, oh, they're not, and in his words, not naughty. I'm like, no, they're not. They're awesome. And so he's getting around to the idea that not every cat is like the worst cat scenario, as that he might have seen in the past or something like that. So that's cool. So, but back to the balcony, right? So I was wondering how to do it. Like the balcony is maybe like 4 meters wide. For the American audience, that's 2,000 feet, I believe. Sorry. So it's like around 4 meters. And the thing is, oh God, how do I explain that? So you have like the living area maybe that you can use as like 3 meters, right? And then it's like left and right, like half a meter, like separate with like a small, like a smallish wall that goes to your waist. And then there's like some space behind, there's like the aircon unit in there, for example, and there's just some space you can put your laundry gear in there if you want to, and so on, which is cool because then the living area is clean of all those things, which is nice, right? But to set up the net, it's kind of difficult because it doesn't go just like straight railing. The railing goes like, and I'll try to show it on the camera, but I'm going to explain it too for the audio listeners only. So it goes like the 3 meters, just like it has a straight railing, which so no problem, and then it turns like inwards, and then it continues the track. So it's not just from wall to wall. It's like the 3 meters, and then it goes like maybe 10 centimeters inwards, and then it continues to the wall. So there's like basically a curve in there, like 2 curves on each side, which made it a bit more complicated. And then I was stuck with like, what am I going to do? Am I going to use adhesive hooks? Or are they going to come down? So now I use around 40-ish hooks or so on top and on the bottom to hang the net in and anchor it basically. And 1 hook, 2 hooks maybe came down right now. I guess I used too much tension or something. while I'm looking, I actually see the problem. Okay, yeah, no problem. So the problem is that then I hooked the net in on bottom and on top, and I didn't use that much tension because, of course, it needs to have some space, and sometimes they're like birds just flying around, so I don't want them to tear it down, obviously, right? But what I did do right now is because I have like a small shelf there, there's like a plant on there, and I figured I moved the shelf closer to the railing so that the cats can jump on it and can look out. Because on my old balcony, in my old place, like it was like all see-through railing basically. So I had the net going down to the bottom of the balcony of the railing, and just had it fixed with what's it called? Now I missed the English word. You know what I mean? Zip ties. I was about to say like the thing that you use to tie like criminals and people that don't listen to you. Zip ties. But here on this balcony, it's like a wall basically, and then it has some columns, and then there's the rail basically, right? So I can't zip tie it. The columns are like too big, so I can't zip tie it. So I had the now, and I'm not that happy about it. So I have the net just go from the ceiling basically down, straight down under the columns, and then just hooked it in some of those adhesive hooks, which means they cannot use the rail to walk around like in the old balcony basically. So that's why I figured, well, I have this outdoor shelf. Let's just move it close to the ceiling, to the handrail basically, so that they can jump on and then can look down and outside. But I guess now while moving it against the net, it must have increased the tension, because then it pushes the net, and then probably the hook, because it's right above the hook, is the one that came down, is the one right above the shelf. So I guess that's the problem. Ted Mosby, architect. All right, so that's the catnet update. Before this happened, I had a test run already with a Snooze outside, because Snooze is just, while she's more adventurous than Spooky, Snooze doesn't freak that fast. Like, she's adventurous, but if then, let's say, a weird noise happens, she just stops, looks, and then assesses the situation. While Spooky, when there's a weird noise happening, she's just freaking. She's like, ah, and just runs, and I didn't want her to jump into the net or tear down the net or whatever. So that's why I took Snooze first. No problem. She walked around, she saw the net, she's like, okay, I'm not supposed to go there, and just walk past the net to the next area of the balcony, and just rubbed her fur all over the balcony. I'm sure Spooky gonna do the same once I take her out then. Okay, so that's the balcony update so far. I would have never thought that I'm gonna talk like for 10 minutes about the balcony and making it cat safe, but it's been quite an important part of this week to get this all done. I used the catnet that I had before from the old balcony. It's luckily, I didn't realize that it's actually long enough. I must have bought a 5-meter net or something, because it's long enough for the 4-meter balcony, which is nice. Because otherwise, like, really getting one just takes forever. As I mentioned in the last podcast, there's nothing here in Thailand, so I would have to order it from China. Would take forever, and I didn't want to wait 2 weeks to get it. Yeah. Now that I also have to work on site again, like not only work from home, I have less time to play with the cats, of course. And of course, they're okay staying at home, and then I take them out at night and we play and whatnot. But I still felt bad for leaving them alone while they're sleeping in the afternoon anyways, but I still felt bad not to be there with them. So I ordered another toy, like a smart toy. It's the first smart toy that I ordered. It should arrive today or tomorrow. So I'm going to review it then, of course, and let you know how that works. I just figured, like, while I'm gone in the office and at work for like hours and hours, and I know they're sleeping anyways in the afternoon, but I still feel bad. So I figured, let's try the smart toy. Let's see if that can entertain them, like, at least a little bit while I'm gone. I'm going to try it first, of course, while I'm here. Maybe let it run overnight just to see like how smart it is, and when it turns on and when it turns off and so on. Just to make sure it's not exploding or anything. But yes, I'm going to update you then. Okay, last thing for the Catpisode. today is that while I got bored and I had to entertain someone in the hospital right now, I figured, what are we going to do? So I started playing Exploding Kittens. I never played it before. I mean, I knew it before. I know the Oatmeal. I follow the Oatmeal since forever, I believe. So if you don't know the Oatmeal, follow the Oatmeal on Instagram, and then on all his other outlets, of course, support Kickstarter stuff that he's doing and so on. But I never played Exploding Kittens before. I'm not a big board or card game player per se, but now to entertain the hospital patient, I figured, okay, let's try. And it's kind of fun actually. So it's I think it's from 2016 or so when it came out. It's kind of fun though. So we're playing this right now. Okay, that's enough for the Catpisode. It's been 10 minutes already, and I don't want to bore you more with my architectural highlights. I already have some idea of what we're going to talk about in the next Catpisode, because I'm actually planning now to take the cats out a little bit further. So right now, the whole week that we moved, I just took them like around the area, just like a little step further. But I think on Wednesday, I guess I don't have to go to the office. I just work from home, so maybe I'll have some time then to take them a little bit further away, maybe to the next park or something. Then I will, of course, report on that, how that all went. Okay. While I'm wrapping things up, Snooze is already like staring at me and like looking and walking to the balcony door, like, yeah, I want to go out again. We're going to go out again in a second. Snooze, stay cool. Okay, so that's the Catpisode for today. Again, if you have any cat adventures to share, cat experiences, that doesn't sound cool, cat experiences, let me know. I'm always happy to hear like what others go through, what others do, how others handle things. Oh, and also next week we're going to have to go to the vet just for a checkup. We haven't been in a while, and now that we moved, we're going to find a vet like that's close to the area now. I already know one actually, so we're gonna do this just for a checkup. Let's see what he says. All right, that's gonna be the next Catpisode. Until then, as always, stay safe, take care. Let me know your cat ventures. If you want, like, share, subscribe to this thing, rate it on all the podcast stations. That would be cool, where you get your podcasts, so that we reach a bigger cat audience. Cat audience. All right, until then, take care, stay safe. Meow. God, that was terrible. Savadi Cup.